Donda.
Why you being weird?
Why you being mang?
Go ahead, let's go.
Donda. Who's the top 5 MCs in the world? Donda.
Why you being weird to me?
Mang.
We're back. Couch podcast. Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Another episode of the Couch Podcast. I'm your boy Leo. Mang. Another episode of the Couch Podcast. I'm your boy Leo here with the cleanest dude that I know.
What's up, everybody?
My boy Jerms.
You know, we're here, episode 12.
Donda.
Me and Leo.
Donda.
Tag team champions of the world.
Tag team champions of the world, Craig.
We got our manager behind the boards, Marvelous Marv. Oh
yeah, we can hear you, Marv.
Marv is here. We had to get Marv on the mic because last time we was asking him questions and he was answering them. He had some pretty good answers, but y'all didn't hear him. So we had to make sure today that his mic was ready to go because it's episode 12 and we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I know that.
So let's get it. Yeah, get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
How you feeling, bro?
I feel good, man. I feel like I've been on tour, dog. Like I feel like I've been on tour, man. My week has been like phenomenal. I've had like a really good week. A lot of work things, but trying to
yesterday wasn't so good.
Yesterday wasn't so
What
good
happened?
at all.
It
But
happens,
you know,
whatever.
catch me in the feds. But the
Why
night
you being weird to me?
the night before that though, like I was up to probably like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I went.
Chill, Kanye.
It started, bro. I
was
went.
in the Superdome.
I was in the Superdome. No child left behind. So I was up. It was only supposed to be like, hey, me and D, let's just drink a little regular. Then D went. Last minute plans.
Mad strangers walking to your house.
Mad people started coming in the crib, and I'm like, all right, I guess it's time. And they just kept bringing like more bottles of alcohol, more bottles of alcohol.
That's too much.
And I had this drink. I don't know the name of it, but I guess is like the Rock's drink. It's
Terramana. That's what I brought to your house. So you acting like you never had that before, bro?
So peep this. I swear I never had this before. Jerm said he's bought this to my house. I'm pretty sure he's probably have. But everybody's like, hey, look at this drink. It's a Rock drink, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like I'm like, it looks like a Casamigos.
You should have been like, y'all late. My man Jerms been on it for 2 years. You late to the party.
And so we drunk that. Then we were drinking more. Then they were like, oh let's play a game of Heads Up. I'm a person that's very, very competitive. So don't do that. And the crazy thing about Heads Up is that after you finish your round, it shows you the video of the person. So I'm in front of people's face like I'm describing it.
Listen. If you ever around Leo and he says, let's play Heads Up, do not play Heads Up.
Just
with
say
Leo.
no.
If you on Leo's team and Heads Up, it is a wrap. You better make sure you get every answer right because Leo will pull you to the side and be like, what are you doing? Like
it was this moment that he
telling
knew.
you. When we worked at Adidas, remember we used to do that in the morning sometimes.
For the huddles.
Leo used to be tight when his team used to drop the ball. But that's how it be, some people got it, some people don't. So, anything else?
Yeah. So speaking of just being competitive, me and Austin, Juice Crew, security guard, we went to a housewarming, right? And in this housewarming, the way they set their house up was like really good. Like they had like a yoga room, just a room like to zen out.
It was a house
stuff like that. It was a house. So we came to the back. It was like a little like game area. They were playing beer pong, and I'm like, I'm in this bitch. So I went, and I'm like, oh, like who's playing? So some dude, He looked like Corey in the house. Like, he looked like Kyle Massey. He went,
Not in a good way.
He went, not in a good way. Not in a good way. He went and he like, yo, you know, this is his girlfriend's house. We went to go see the girlfriend. So he's like, oh, nobody can. I've been clearing dust and dudes. Oh, I'm like, all right, cool, pick your partner. So me and Austin went and we destroyed them. And I was just, and you know, I was dressed all cool and stuff like that. And I was just like, yo, bro, it's not your house no more.
I can't deal with people like that. I can't deal. Like, yo, I'm just trying to have fun. You over here talk about baby. Now
Bro,
look at you. Now look at you sitting in the corner tight because you lost to some people that you never even met, bro.
Yo.
I know a lot of people like that. You be like, yo, nah, I'm doing. Relax, bro. We're not even doing that. A lot of people do that when they play ball.
But remember, we're New York dudes too, so it's a little different. I think the competitive nature is like there.
Yeah,
like,
it is, but we don't gotta do all that.
Yeah,
we don't gotta do all that.
We don't.
We just show up and we do what we gotta do.
And show out. But what about you, bro? How was your week?
My week was slow motion, nothing too crazy. Last weekend though, remember I told you I was going to the lake house. We was loose off the goose up there, bro. It was crazy. We got up there in the afternoon. We chilled. We took it easy, and then my man pulled out a bottle of 1942, and that was it. It went all downhill from there. We started drinking. Yo, he had this, you know, these breweries and stuff be making these crazy ass beers. So they have one up there, and they sell this beer that it's made with like tequila. Like, remember when we went to that brewery and we tried that one? It's like that, but it's a little bit more fruity. Yo, mad crazy. The alcohol content is like 10% for a beer. You know that.
Yeah, that's
so.
very
I drank one and I was like, "Excuse me, sir." So I had a little buzz. And then we was chilling, whatever. And then I kayaked for the first time. That was mad fun. But I think the kayak was a little too small for me. So I was like, so when you sit in the kayak, right? They have like these it's like these pegs almost, and you got to put your foot on each one to keep yourself balanced. So I had mine on the first one because the second one, it felt like it was a little too far out. So I wasn't really balanced. So I had one on the first one. And this is my first time, so I'm a little nervous. And I'm like, I feel like I was pushing on the pegs too hard. And after a while, I got the hang of it and I was good. I was chilling. So the lake is mad big. So like from one side to the other side, it's a long distance. So there's a lot of boats and jet skis and shit that come in the water. So it was clear. There was no boats. Of course, I get in the kayak. Now the boats want to start coming. So, you know, if a boat is 100 feet out, whatever, you still get the waves, right? So I'm in there. So I'm like, oh shit, wave. So I go over it. I'm good, whatever. So they was like, yo, come on, let's go far. I was like, I'm not going far. Like, this is my first time. Maybe like my third or fourth time, then we could go out. So we go. So now I'm coming back to the dock, right? So a big ass boat comes, mad fast, boom, right? So the waves are coming like that, and I'm like, oh shit. So I'm paddling, trying to come back, and a wave catches me and pushes me mad fast. Yo, I'm going mad fast in this kayak, bro. So what's your first? If that happens to you, what's your first thing? You're gonna try to stop, right?
Yeah.
And how you gonna try to stop? You're gonna put the paddle
in the water.
Son, do not ask me why. Do not ask me why I thought this was a good idea.
I
literally went like that. I was back close to like the dock or whatever. And I went like that. Yo, as soon as I put that paddle in the water, whoop, I flipped right over, bro. I flipped over. And the kayak flipped and hit me in my head. Boom! And I went under the water. I was tight because I was lit already. I was drunk already. I'm out there on the kayak. Yo, I was doing mad good. I'm like, yo, Lulu was like, oh, you got it. Mia was like, everybody was like, oh, look at him. I'm like, that, bow, 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 bow. And boom, I shoved the paddle. Yo, I put the paddle mad hard, bro. Boom, and the shit flipped. Yo, it hit me so hard in the head.
The paddle or the actual kayak?
The kayak, bro. Kayak, like the lip on the opening just flipped and hit me here. Boom, man hard. And I went under the water. I had to like push the kayak off of me. It was crazy. And then I was like, all right, come on, let's keep drinking. So we kept drinking, and then like the girls went inside and stuff, and it was me and my homeboy, and we was out there. We was chilling. We sat in the tubes. They had like these big floaties. We sat in there drinking. I was just, bro, I fell asleep in one of the tubes, and I had to wake up. I was like, because if I keep sleeping, I'm gonna end up on the fucking other side of the lake. Y'all gonna have to come get me. But yeah, that was it. That was, yo, I had so much fun up there, yo. I felt like a kid, like with the kayak and everything. I felt like a little kid again. Even though I never did that as a kid, I felt like a kid.
You don't find it weird that like New York natives don't do certain things that, you know, like now we're like, if you grew up anywhere else, like kayaking,
yeah, you do
camping,
all that stuff as a
like
kid.
you do it. So like when New York people do it, they be like, oh man, this is tough. This is tough.
It's
like,
tough.
all right, cool.
I told you about my first time camping. I was mad nervous.
But you did it though.
I did it, and it was a shitty weekend. That it just so happened to like we couldn't see that far ahead on like the weather or whatever when we booked it. So he was like, "All right, cool, yo." Like 4 days before we were leaving, it said it like thunderstorms. I was like, "Damn." And yo, we got up there, bro. It rained so much. Like the first night, my clothes were soaked.
Oh man.
And I brought one hoodie. That's some New York shit. I brought one hoodie, one pair of pants. I didn't even bring pants with me. I'm lying. I brought a pair of Tiros with me, bro. Yo, the first night I was sleeping, I was like this.
Yeah, it get cold.
Yo, nah, cold is not even the word. And then it was raining too, so that just added to the. It was terrible, but I had so much fun. Like I would do it again and again and again. And we was in the tent and all that. And I was just funny because somebody on Twitter was like, "Yo, I want to go camping in a tent." And people were like, "Nah, get a cabin." That's not really camping.
That's
not
Airbnb.
Really camping. Exactly. That's Airbnb type shit. But yeah, camping is mad fun if you're thinking about doing it, or like you know people who do it and they've invited you and you're like, "Nah, do it." As if the weather's nice. The only thing is that like at nighttime it does get a little cold because you're in the woods and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
up.
So you gotta layer up. Just make sure you go prepared. I did not go prepared at all. So like I was just, it was that first night was terrible. I thought I was gonna die of hypothermia out there. Like it was bad. And then the next morning, Lou and her cousins, they went to find a Walmart. Yo, they was out for like 4 hours
Walmarts
trying
be
to find a
far
Walmart. Yo.
out, dog.
But thank God they went. They found us like they found like jackets. They found rainbow. I didn't bring a jacket. Had I known it was like that, I would have brought one of my North Face jackets. My galoshes, I would have brought those.
A lot of people don't use that word.
I just found out what galoshes are not too long ago.
For real?
I knew what it was, but I didn't know that they were called that.
Galoshes.
And I was like, oh wow, that's a galosh.
That's one of my favorite words.
There's nothing like a good old
Isn't that like a good old galosh?
Good quality galosh.
Not like a good old galosh.
But,
yo, Marv, you ever went camping?
Only when I was like a little kid.
Oh, see.
We should do it.
We should camp.
We should do a studio out and all of us go camp. Yo,
right
we'll
by
get kicked off.
fireplace?
We'll get kicked off the campus site.
Yeah.
We'll definitely get kicked off.
They
We
gonna
gotta make a list. We gotta make a list of people, of potential candidates that could come, and then we gotta do like challenges so they qualify, and then we
Word.
just thin out the herd like that. we just trek up there. We'd have mad fun.
I'm with it.
You want to do it?
I think we should do it.
All right, we're gonna talk about that after the episode.
The couch in the woods.
The couch in the woods, and we could shoot a vlog and stuff out there. We do like a.
I got a GoPro. Put on my head.
We do like a Blair Witch Project type shit.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta get the boogers though, right? Like a scary movie.
She was like, I'm like, why is that your first go-to as a director? All right, show the boogers. Come on, show the boogers.
There's not enough boogers on there.
They be like, yo, keep on rolling, show the boogers.
Yo, I'm pretty sure they don't make movies like that anymore.
They be like, come on, show the boogers. She be like,
yo, that's bad crazy. Yo, a scary movie went like overboard with those boogers.
now remember when Prince? I think it was Prince that was in the seat. Remember the first opening scene? And he was like, scary movie.
Scary movie?
And she was like, oh, your boyfriend's right here. And he turned around.
Nah,
and
I
then,
remember that.
oh, man. So if anybody watches, I don't think it's actually Prince, but it's somebody that's dressed up like Prince.
Yeah, of course. It's definitely not gonna be
Anybody, if you want a good laugh, watch the opening credits to Scary Movie 1. It's the funniest thing. Like
I gotta watch it
ever.
again.
I watched Deep Blue Sea the other day. I really don't like it.
Deep Blue Sea was
with LL Cool J.
that's a terrible movie.
Yo, Samuel Jackson, the dude
That's such
that
a
was
bad
in it, like
movie.
one of the main characters, he kept referencing water.
Isn't the guy Thomas Jane from The Punisher? Isn't he in that movie too?
I think that's the main character.
Yeah,
That's the main
the
character.
white dude, yeah, from
so,
Punisher.
And this dude, Michael Rappaport, he's in it as well.
Michael Rappaport.
And the sister from Sopranos, she's in it as well.
Janice is in that movie?
Yes, dog. Yeah,
No way.
she's in a lighthouse at the very beginning. She's the one that's doing the scouting for them.
For real?
Yeah,
That's
I was
crazy.
looking at
That's so funny. Like when you watch shows and stuff, and then you go and you watch other stuff, and they're in there. You're like, oh snap! Look, it's so and so, and you just think of that.
That's kind of hot take. That's kind of like anything that Precious is in. Somebody says Precious. I swear.
We're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna go.
We're not
but
going
it's
down
like
that
you.
route.
It's like you fall in love with the characters, and then when you see them in other things, you act like they're not supposed to have another job. No, you're supposed to be in Sopranos. What are you doing?
That's like
What are you doing?
There's one person that does that. I think of that all the time. They were in one superhero movie in Marvel, or they were in DC, and then they came to Marvel, and it just
Ben Affleck. He was Daredevil.
that's one, but nah, it was somebody else, and I can't remember.
What about when Chris Evans played Human Torch and then he played Captain
That's
America?
another one too. Same thing with Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan was
He
Torch,
played Human Torch and then he played Killmonger.
Killmonger. Michael B. Jordan is not that
He's
good of
not
an
a
actor.
really good actor.
He
I like
gets-
Daniel Kaluuya. Like,
He
I like that.
lands good roles, but
He's
it's
not a
just
good
he
actor.
plays the same person. He plays the same person, like himself. He doesn't know how to like change
still
the way
Michael
he
B. Jordan,
talks,
yeah.
or like the way he just doesn't know how to change up in movies, and I think that's very annoying. And then especially the way people are like, yo, Michael B. Jordan is just a
oh my
phenomenon.
gosh, he's just phenomenal
He's
actor.
just landing good roles.
That's-
I gotta say though that Amazon Prime
The No
movie,
Remorse?
whatever, that was
That
a
was
good
pretty
movie.
good.
That was a good
That was
movie.
pretty
But
good.
again, he was the same like.
Have you watched any of the Creeds? I have never watched any of the
I
Creeds.
did those actually were pretty good.
I mean, it's a Rocky inspired movie, no?
Yeah, but
Did he win at that?
in the first one he didn't. I think in the second one he did.
It's like
Something like
you
that.
can't even win in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
But yeah, he's like. It's funny how we're talking about like things like hot takes like this because my boy James at work, he was like, he texted me, he's like, yeah, Jerm is right. Eminem's not a good rapper. So I started laughing. I was like, yo, like, it's no way. Like, is no
Yo,
way.
people really be mad at me when I say that, but I don't
it's
care.
true, though.
I'm a
true.
10 toes down, bro. I don't think he's a good rapper. The
People
best thing
ask
he's
me-
ever done in his career was 8 Mile.
People
That's it.
ask me all the time, like, yo, so if you don't think Michael B. Jordan's a good actor, like, who do you think? I'm like, Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out. The guy from
Yo, that's
Snowfall.
another thing. People do that. People do
Like-
that all the time. Like, yo, let me feel how I feel without
yeah,
having
like-
to prove. Like, bro, get out of here.
I'm like, enjoy your average movies. I'm like, enjoy it.
For real.
Enjoy it.
Daniel Kaluuya is a phenomenal actor.
The dude, I think his name is Yaya or something. He's gonna
He's
play in
gonna be
Candyman.
Candyman.
I'm super excited for it. I'm Jordan Peele.
I want to see that movie. I just don't. I'm not a horror movie fan.
I love horror.
I don't really like horror movies like that because I'm a bitch. But I do want to see that because and then like, who would have thought him being in The Get Down?
It really led to all of.
Yo,
He's in DC also.
yeah, that's right.
He plays
He's,
in Aquaman. He's the villain.
Black Manta.
Black Manta, yeah, Black Manta.
Yeah, he's great. He's really great. So like coming back to that about how we talked about Michael B. Jordan and then now whatever. Did you see that thing with Matt Damon? How he was getting heat about him saying that like basically saying that like him and like all the guys that like came up with him in movies like they were like the last generation, the last of good actors, and then basically saying like when they stop acting or whatever, like movies are not gonna be good anymore. Meanwhile, you got this young generation now.
That's killer.
Like you got Timothée Chalamet. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah, I like him.
You got Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
Love Tom.
He's
gonna
great
play.
actor
He's gonna play
too.
in Uncharted.
Is he really?
He's gonna be in Uncharted.
And then you got guys like Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, phenomenal actor. That guy has
Range.
unlimited
He has
range. Like he is really out here. Like he could do anything.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was Snoop,
Word.
And Straight Outta Compton, nobody knew who he was. And then from there, like, he has that movie.
People forget he was in Get Out also.
Yeah, he was in Get Out. He was in Get Out. He was like,
He's like, get out! Get out!
talking like an old slave.
He's like, get out! Get out.
You got, yeah, you got,
Hot take.
I throw Michael B. Jordan in there only because he's in good movies.
He's in good.
Like, he's in good movies. I throw him in there, whatever.
But remember, he let what's the name die horrible. So I'm not really rocking with him. He let
it's
G-Baby
his fault
die
that
hardball.
G-Baby died.
So I'm not really. I think that was where my beef rooted.
Yo, every time I see that movie and like from that scene on to when like Keanu Reeves is giving the eulogy at the funeral, bro, I cry.
Yeah, he was also in The Wire. Michael B. Jordan. People forget that.
Mm-hmm. He's in he had a lot of like younger
like
roles when he was younger. But yeah, people were coming at Matt Damon crazy only because what he said was like they kind of spun it and try to make it like racist, like some racist shit.
And I don't think it was racist. I just think he just said his era. It's kind of like basketball. He said his era was the best era. It's like
but, you know, that's some old people shit. Old people be hating. Yo.
Yeah, old people do be
old
hating.
people be hating.
Yo, you want to know what's great about old people? So, old people hate the way we dress, right? But if you look at how they dress, back in the day, glitter shirts, tights. They was wearing tights and skates.
Yeah, they was wilding back in the day.
Glitter shirts
they
and chokers.
Started down here.
And then they had the chokers with glitter on their eyes, man. Don't ever tell me about no dresses, man. Bell bottoms.
Platform shoes.
Silk.
Now you mad because people wearing skinny jeans. Get out of here, bro. They do the same thing with music.
Where'd you put your wallet?
They do the same thing with music.
That's true.
The same exact thing with music. And it's like, if you really think about it, the generation before I think they tend to do that. But if you think about it, when rap started to the hip hop, the hip
to the hip.
You listen to that. We listen to that. We like, the fuck is this? Like, this shit is trash.
And what's a jive turkey? Jive turkey.
Yo, there's a movie. I forgot what movie it is. I gotta figure it out. And he was like, what's the basketball movie with this dude, with Will Ferrell? Semi-Pro. I think it was Semi-Pro. They all sitting around the table, and he's like, come on, you jive turkey. Yo, listen, if you know what jive turkey means or you want to look it up and comment below on this episode or comment on IG and let us know what it is. We really want to know what jive turkey means. We're not going to look it up. We're going to leave that up to y'all.
And use it in a sentence when you send it.
He said, come on, you jive turkey.
Coming on the ball like jive.
Yo, but yeah, like, they just tend to do that, like, the younger like, to the generation after them. If you really think about it, like, in the 90s, right, everybody was kind of like, everybody was rapping different, but they were rapping about the same stuff, right? In the 90s, when they was in the hood, they were selling drugs, all that stuff. That was, like, the main topic because that's what everybody was really doing. Nas, Jay, everybody, that's what they was doing. That was their lane, and that's what they saw. You know what I'm saying? That's what they saw best. So, all right, cool, let's do that. And then 2000s and stuff. That's when like hip hop kind of started getting a little bit more commercialized.
That's when they started making like, you know, the MTV, like the Woodies,
exactly.
Like that award. So like they were like skateboarding rappers.
Exactly.
Yeah, like,
now it was like okay to be a little bit different. Now everybody's cut from different molds, and now it's like. It's so I think it's so easy to get noticed because you got YouTube, you got SoundCloud, you got all TikTok, this stuff.
Everything.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all these outlets where it's like, yo, I'm gonna upload this, and there's a chance where they didn't have that back in the day, right? So now like you could literally rap about anything, you know? And it's like you got these dudes who are not necessarily nobodies, but they're not known in the game, and their song pops, and now you got a feature, like you got a song with Drake. Or you got a song with Lil Baby, like just dudes like that, Young Thug, all these dudes, they just taking these people who don't have no buzz, and they just taking them like.
Yo, Block Boy, Drake took that. Designer, Ye took that.
Ye took that.
Olive McConan, Drake took that.
What happened to him?
Tuesday never came back.
Yo, I don't know.
I think he had beef or something like that because Drake wasn't releasing his music.
Listen.
And On a Tuesday.
Nothing to Nobody, but after he came out,
Yeah, I think they kind of
They blackballed him.
Big blackball. Big blackball.
big
Big
Big pause.
Big black. Yo, you know I said it to myself like twice. I was like, big blackball.
No, please don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Whatever. Whatever. It's all right. Speaking of music, it's out.
Donda.
It's funny because you sent it to me when I got here. I wasn't really looking forward to the album. Like I was just like, all right, whatever.
What?
When it comes, when it gets here, I listen to it. Whatever. You sent it to me. I opened it. 20-something songs. Too much for me.
26.
Too much. That's too many songs on an album for me. That's a now in this day. That's a
Chris
double
Brown
album.
album?
That's a double album. That's 2.
Side A, side B.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I miss those CDs that you flip one side.
You flip it, side A, side B, yeah, whatever.
I mean,
CDs.
CDs.
I see CDs now, I'll be like, yo, we really used to, that was the way of listening to music. That's so crazy. You ever think about like how CDs work?
Like how you put them in the...
No, like how you put it and how it just plays music. Like when I be playing PlayStation and stuff, I'd be like, yo, how the hell does this,
Like,
how can I do these different things every day? That's bad, yo. Technology is scary, yo. It's crazy. They're gonna take over. The robots gonna take over the world.
I listened to the album. I listened to I think 1 through 5. So far, like a thorough listen. It dropped on a Sunday. It's really you could tell that he took the time out to really, really solidly have some songs and to have like good content songs.
And he also has a lot of features.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much.
It's
a lot of features. That's
it's too
not-
much. It's too much, but it's yay.
I guess.
If somebody's gonna give you 26 songs and something good, it gotta be yay. Nobody else can do it. Cause Chris Brown, we not.
You know
jacking
who's coming for that ass though?
Certified lover boy.
Certified Lover Boy coming for that ass, boy.
I don't think he's gonna make a better album than Kanye. I
You don't think
he
so?
is. I don't think so. It just depends on if he makes it just all like an R&B. I'm not jacking it, dog. I'm not jacking it. I need raps.
But Kanye's not even really rapping though.
Yeah,
Kanye's not
he said
really
they sounded
rapping.
like me. He was like, they sounded like me.
Who
And he
sounded
had
like
it-
him?
He said, everybody. He said they got the game from me. That's what he said. They got the game from
I
me.
guess.
They got the game.
We were listening to it in the studio, whatever. He got Fabio on it.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
He got everybody who's everybody right now. That's one reason why I'm just like,
Okay,
all
but
right.
we can't do that and then not get mad at DJ Khaled though.
but DJ Khaled's not a rapper, and that's what that's what DJ Khaled does, and I say that all. Now hold on though, but I say that all the time. You're not gonna act like I don't say that. Like I'll be like, yo, DJ Khaled's album is
Hot take,
garbage.
DJ Khaled makes bad albums, bro.
He makes
bad
terrible albums. He makes terrible albums. He just has everybody who's everybody right
But Kanye
now
puts
on there.
the right people in the right place. Life of Pablo, he
guess.
put the right people in the right place.
Nah, he didn't Life of Pablo. I was just not. I guess I'm saying that because I wasn't really looking forward to the album.
I thought you were about to say because I wasn't on the album.
I wasn't on the album, but whatever.
But like,
You ain't see me in the Chicago event peeking
No,
out the window. I
no
was like
child
that.
left behind.
I was like Malcolm X peeking out the window like that, trying to get, just waiting for my cue, and I
how
never
do you
got
get
my cue.
how do you get that thing to lift him like that?
My headset, the battery in my headset had died, so I missed my cue. That's why you don't see me on the stage in Chicago, but it's all right.
Jeremy's like, oh, we're on.
They was like, oh, not yet. Oh. They had me tied down. What it was they had me tied down, and then on my cue, it was supposed to like, let me go,
like
and I was gonna dive out the window. But you gotta. It's always next time. You know what I'm saying?
It's always next show. Yo, he
But
raked
yeah,
in $27 million from that, from those 3 shows.
That's fire. Whatever.
That's fire.
I was telling Marv earlier, like, I think Kanye is like one of those petty girls he went to high school with, because the whole Drake beef and everything, like he put his address on Instagram and then deleted it. Like, come on, the thing is too, like, he's doing all this stuff, but it's like you doing it to Drake. Like, it's not. At this point in his career, Drake is bulletproof.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing you do is gonna set him. They're not gonna set him back.
Yeah, but Kanye ain't
Pusha tried it. Pusha tried it.
That was a hard hit though. He tried it, but
He
Drake
tried
just
it.
came.
He
It's
came
a
back.
rolling, now that's not. But
He came back. He's not. Meek tried it. I'm charged up. That didn't
I'm
work.
charged up.
See now, if it was like 2000s, the beef would have been a little bit different. They'd have been coming at him hard, like 50 was doing. You know, 50 was out here ruining careers.
Yeah, he was OD.
Like,
And he was punching people in the face in the
was
club.
Really
He was
old.
wild. He
Like,
punched out in the
50
club.
50 was really ODing.
Because he was really about it though. Like he was going in and turning up in your, like he really punched Jaro in the face in the club.
I heard a lot of stuff though that 50's not really, like his past wasn't really what they said.
Nah, I don't believe that at all.
Like in his book, so you know how he talks about how he went to jail and stuff. In his book, what book was that? I think From Pieces to Weight or some shit like that. It's actually a very good book. He was saying how like when he did his 3 to 9, it wasn't even in jail. He went to the judge and the judge was like, "Yo, you could do this or you could do like this military program." And he said that he took the military program.
Smart.
But you know, whatever, it sells. It sells. The same thing with High All the Time.
Yeah.
50 don't smoke weed. When High All the Time came out, Good Times by Styles P had came out. And he saw how big that's up.
So then
Everybody was making these songs, so he's like, "Yo," he went, and that's High All the Time is a phenomenal song, but you gotta know you gotta know how to. That dude's a crazy businessman. Yo.
So I was saying, speaking of businessmen, right? So I remember when you were saying how Tupac like wasn't like a really good, rapper. I was watching Juice, like 2 days ago, and yo,
Said,
he
"You know what, Q?
Really,
I am crazy."
He said I was tripping at first when you told me that.
He's a good.
He
Tupac
said,
is
yo,
a good actor.
I'm
Tupac
watching
was
this-
a great actor, yo.
I'm watching this like, yo, like the only thing that blew my mind was every time they knew he had a gun, so Tupac would go.
It's movies though.
Don't do that.
It's movies
Jimmy.
though. If you really think about it, right? So like when you watch a movie, right? And something happens like in the first 20, 25 minutes that determines how the movie's gonna play out, right? If they went another route to stop that, there's no movie.
Yo, I didn't
There's no
think-
story, there's no nothing.
I remember the first time I watched Juice, like I didn't think it was gonna make that turn. Like they put a lot of pressure on Q. They was like, "All right, we're gonna rob the store. You gonna go do your DJ set." I'm like, "Yo, this is a big moment for me. Like, this is a big moment for me."
My man Steels.
Yeah, still, he's like, "Don't you get tired of this?" He's like, "Don't you get tired of this?" Yo, Tupac
They really pushed him off the roof.
Yeah, I'm jacking that.
They pushed him off the roof.
Tupac?
What if they would have made a Juice 2, right? And it would have started and Bishop was like hanging from a fire escape.
And it was just a statue.
And he didn't die. And now everybody has to move out of Harlem because Bishop is looking for them.
Bishop is taking over.
Bishop is taking over looking for them. And then Q moves, since he's a DJ, he goes and he moves to like LA or something.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
he's not local no more. Because he went back and won a championship.
And
on
now-
that DJing set.
Yup, and now he's in LA. And then now Tupac goes to LA and starts banging on the West Coast.
Okay.
And he finds Q at a club, right? And then they get into beef. And then it ends with Bishop dying how Tupac really died.
Yo.
Boom, wrap it up. That's a movie right there.
Yo,
That's a
shot by
movie. Juice 2.
Quentin
Juice 2.
Tarantino.
Juice 2. I'm juiced up. That's
I'm juiced
it.
up. I'm juiced
That's
up.
it.
I like, yo, you know what? I like that.
I'm out here making movies,
Yo,
yo.
you are making movies.
I'm out making movies. But that's a part of life.
Shot by Hype Williams. We didn't even throw Still in that. Like, he was like, "Don't you get tired of this?"
He shot Steel.
But Still lived, though.
You think he lived?
Because remember, he went...
Did he live?
Yeah, he went, and when he... Remember, he got himself up. And then that's when Q seen him in the stretcher thing.
But you think he lived, though?
Yeah, he lived. Because remember, once he killed Raheem was dead. Like, Raheem was
bodied
dead.
Raheem.
Yo, he went to go
R.I.P.
get the
Raheem.
money and the gun. Raheem was like...
R.I.P.
Yo,
Raheem.
R.I.P. Radamez.
That was his name, right?
Radamez.
Yo, if my mom was
Radamez.
just to name me Radamez,
Radamez.
yo, I'll be sick.
Radamez.
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 Yo, I know some people with some names that it was like, yo, what was your mother thinking, yo?
Radamez.
Like, what
how
is
do
that?
you
Like,
get that
is that a
Radamez?
Spanish name? Is that a black? Like, what is that?
Radamez.
My uncle's name is Radamez. I swear to God.
You know what's funny? Yo, you know what's funny? We talk about that, and I looked over, and Marv is like,
this is gonna be the last episode.
I'm crying, bro. Yo, shout out to your uncle Radamez, man, for real, yo. Shout out Radamez.
Yo.
Nah, we can't make fun of that anymore.
We can't make fun of that.
That's it. That's Marv's family. We can't be talking about Marv's family.
Yo.
Because then we can't record episode 13.
Yo, we know episode 13.
Yo.
Marv just let us go
son.
in on Radamez and
talk about delivery. That was good, man.
Oh my gosh, yo.
That's the clip. That's the clip in the title. My uncle's name is Radamez.
It's just gonna say
Now we're gonna name the episode
Radamez.
Uncle Radamez.
Uncle Radamez.
That's it. That sounds sealed and delivered. That's it.
With a photo of Radamez.
Yo, I'm like really like
that was really,
that's mad funny. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about directing the Juice too. Yo, let me ask you a question. If you could pick a sequel to any movie.
All right, go ahead. A sequel to any movie?
If you could pick a sequel to any movie, like what would you pick and who would you have in it?
I would say Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
I would love to see a sequel to Step Brothers.
Who would you add to it?
Who would I add to it? I think I would put Jonah Hill in there to add some a little bit more because Jonah Hill is mad
hilarious.
funny.
I was just watching Wolf on Wall Street. Hilarious.
I would throw Paul Rudd in there too. Nothing too big.
He just got a side.
Just a couple scenes, whatever. Who else? Who else that's mad funny? Like
Steve Carell's really funny. I like Steve Carell. Love Steve Carell.
But I don't know if.
But not a main. He won't be a main. But he's like like these side characters. Like he can be these people that they run into, right? Because they don't tell you.
Just like cameo type shit.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I think a Step Brothers sequel would be funny. But the thing is too, like when you do sequels to those movies, like they kind of drop the ball in the sequel sometimes. Like
it's like diluted.
Did you see This Is 40?
Yes.
Yes. This Is 40 is a sequel to Knocked Up.
For real?
It's supposed to. Yeah, it's the same characters.
Oh.
It's the same. It's the same exact characters. The only their daughters. They're the same two little girls from the movie from Knocked Up.
Oh, so they
Jason Segel. Jason Segel is in it, and then the girl that lived with them, the Asian girl that she was like, her, she's in it too. She works in the girl's store, in the girl's clothing store. Yeah, so it's like
I gotta run that back.
Oh, he's back. The Fly is back.
Flashon!
There he is. Flashon is back. Shout out to Flashon. We're going to catch you, bro. We're going to catch you. We're going to run down on you and your family because I'm sick of seeing you in here, bro.
Flashon.
But yeah, This Is 40 is like a sequel to Knocked Up, but it's like not really. It's a sequel without really being a sequel, which in my head I'm saying that and it makes sense.
It's kind of like in that same universe.
But it's the same.
It's like the continuation of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of sequels, right? They're gonna drop a ATL 2, and I'm like, why? Why? Hey, call me a hater.
So it's funny because I did see
that trailer is bad.
So, our man's posted that, Joel. He posted that on his Instagram story, and I saw it, and it looks like a opening scene for Love and Hip Hop.
Yo, word. They like, we're back now.
I just don't see. It took too long.
It took way too long.
It's the same thing with like the Coming to America.
Yeah,
they took way too long. It was funny though. Did you see it?
No.
It was funny.
To see that movie.
Nah, watch it. It's
right,
funny.
I'm gonna watch it.
I was the same way. My mom's was like, "Yo, you're gonna watch it?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't really know," because it's that's it. Eddie Murphy's not funny no more, but it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. They brought a lot of like the old the same characters. The same characters came back. There was only a few that they didn't bring back, but it was good. It was funny. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I watched it once and probably that's it.
ATL 2. I'm not watching that movie.
My man, New York. That was what they called him, New York, or they called him Brooklyn?
They call him Brooklyn.
They called him Brooklyn,
right? Brooklyn,
you know,
Brooklyn.
You know he had that. Remember he had that song "Mida Mida Benaki" with Fabulous.
For real?
You remember that song?
No.
You don't remember that song?
No.
I gotta play that shit for you. I'm gonna play it, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's him.
Yo, ATL was such.
His name is
movie.
I'll Be Back. I'm dead ass. Like I'll be sure. His name was I'll Be Back. I swear to God.
Oh my gosh, you just unlocked something. So
Bro, he was a rapper.
I'll be sure. I'll be sure. Like I'll be sure.
I guess.
I'll be back.
No.
Nah, it's still
Nope.
not for me.
It's not going. It's not going the way you want it to go.
Yeah,
Whatever. It happens.
I'll be back.
It happens. I'll be back.
Like
I'll
a
be sure.
Terminator?
Whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Terminator?
What will your
back?
sequel be?
Sequel. I didn't think that far.
This guy over here asking questions
because
and don't have
I
an
really
answer.
thought it was a good question.
You ain't got the answers, man.
I'm trying to think of a sequel that
You ain't got him.
that wouldn't mess up. Like
It's hard. It's hard to think that.
because like you said, all these sequels is like diluted now. Like it's not really much because like what would even be the plot? Like what would be, like the thing?
right, think
I'm
about
never
it.
looking at a movie like, oh man, part 2. Like
Marv, what will your sequel be?
Pineapple Express.
Yo, we wouldn't even be able to get that sequel.
I know.
Yeah, they're not friends no more.
They're not friends no more.
Oh, you know what I'll get? I'll get Superbad. I'll make a Superbad too. I'll rock out with a Superbad. Superbad is hilarious.
I'll rock out with that.
Superbad too.
So you know, Seth Rogen and his boy wrote that movie, and that's like a story
of
their life.
life.
So Jonah Hill is supposed to play Seth Rogen, and then I forgot Michael said Evan.
Yeah.
Evan plays
He plays-
Seth Rogen's best friend. Like that's a real thing that happened.
Yo, he was like, McLovin carried that dog.
Superbad was mad funny when he was like, yeah, I brought a bottle of lube.
Yeah.
He was like, thank you with your big bottle of lube. Yo, Superbad is one of those movies that like, you could watch it over and over and over and over, and you just still find, that movie's mad funny.
Remember when McLovin was following her? He was with the backpack, and she turned around. He was like,
He's like, he told her the time, and he just bounced. He was like, frick it, yeah, frick it. Nah, my favorite scene in that movie was when he was singing, when Michael Cera was singing
he was
for
like,
the
these
dudes.
eyes ain't never getting.
Yo, you know what's funny? The first time I heard that song, I was in the store and I busted out laughing. And they were like, somebody was like, I think I was with Lou. I might have been with Lou. And she was like, yo, what the fuck is so funny? And I'm like, yo, this is the song that he sings in Superbad. Every time I'm somewhere, I hear that song all the time in stores and stuff.
You hurt me.
Yo, and he just started getting into it. He was like,
and the dude is just like.
Then when the dude punched him in the face, he was like, whoa, man, sorry, Tiger got out his cage. That's a great movie. That Step Brothers, 40-Year-Old Virgin. What else? I Love You, Man.
Dodgeball, I like Dodgeball.
Yo, all those movies.
They hold a special place in my.
You ever seen that movie Couples Retreat?
Yes.
That's another one. That movie's mad. That movie's hilarious. You ever seen Neighborhood Watch?
Yes.
Jonah Hill was like, listen to me, but look at him. Listen to me. Oh man, yo, the thing is, you can't make movies like that anymore, though.
I think in order to get like anything like how funny I am or how sarcastic I am, like you gotta watch like one of those movies and then you see like. Cause we can laugh about something that's so so hilarious.
Like The Office.
And,
I don't understand how people don't find The Office funny.
Like you gotta watch that and you gotta really, really sit there and just be like, yo. Like it's on TikTok, it's a scene, right? And on TikTok they were showing like how like even like the actors are laughing themselves. So Dwight is looking at Creed and they're explaining how like people are gonna take over the office and make them like work in some type of thing. So he was like
the new manager of the office.
He said Creed, they're gonna crack your skull and use it as soup, and they could not see because Creed kept laughing like the whole time.
Creed was one of the funniest characters in that show.
Creed was
and
himself.
it was just like, yo, everybody. The thing is though, everybody was themselves. Like Phyllis That's how she is. Like if you see her in other movies, that's exactly how she is. And the thing is that like those people weren't even like the cast wasn't even supposed to be the cast. Like they were supposed to be extras, and then it just turned out that. And then like Steve Carell wasn't even supposed to play Michael. Somebody else was. Like it's a bunch of things about The Office that it's like if you really think about it. They wouldn't have even been funny.
And they just winged it. Like, you could see...
Then Idris Elba came on. That was mad funny.
They had really good cameos, too.
They had a bunch of cameos. You had Idris Elba. You had Will Ferrell. When Will Ferrell came on for those episodes. Robert California was hilarious, too. And then you had Kathy Bates from American Horror Story. She was on that. That's a great show. I don't care what anybody says. The Office is one of the best shows ever made. And
like one of the best written.
One of the best written shows. It's casted perfect. Like everybody plays such a perfect. Like everybody's just so perfect in that movie.
Together. Like
also, another hot take. Pam didn't deserve Jim.
Nah, not at all.
100% did it. She did not deserve Jim.
Yo, you see when Pam's fiance went off and he was way better like without her after.
She was the problem.
She was the problem. She was the problem.
She was the problem. She was a little hoe anyway.
And I wanted them to work. Jim was hurt. Jim was down bad.
Yo, she had Jim fucked up in the game. And they say you hate to see it. Everybody loved Jim.
It's so crazy because Jim, he barely spoke and stuff like that. So to see him in A Quiet Place, like that's actually like his film he like written and directed. Like I could not separate the two. Like
that's the thing. That's what I was saying though. When you're used to seeing somebody in something, I was like, and then you watch and you're like, oh look, it's Jim.
But Jim, Dwight, and Steve Carell, like 3.
Yeah, those were the top 3 in that show.
Top 3, like the top 3.
Top 3 for sure.
They beat your top 3.
And then when Steve Carell left, I was just like,
I wasn't really watching.
I watched it just because I was committed. Yeah. I was like, I gotta finish the whole thing. And then I was mad happy when he came back for Dwight's wedding.
Yeah,
and he was like, "That's what she said." Yo, so that scene when they first did the "That's what she said" scene, when Jan was there and Michael was getting in trouble and Jim was saying all these things and Michael was like, he was holding it back, and then finally he was like, "That's what she said." He was like, "Ha ha ha ha!" Yo, that was the perfect. Yo, that scene was written so perfectly from beginning to end. The scene ends when he's like, because then Jan takes him into the office, like. Yo, oh man, that's such a perfect show. It's such a perfect show.
You know what else is a perfect show? And Fresh Prince. That was a perfect show.
Actually, not really. So, it became a perfect show only because when it first started, Will Smith wasn't an actor.
That's true. He was broke.
He was, not even that he was broke, he just wasn't an actor. So, like, if you watch the very like the first couple of episodes of Fresh Prince, when he's in a scene but somebody else is talking, you see Will Smith reciting the other person's lines.
I think I seen a video like
the episode, the Homeboy Hotel episode with Don Cheadle, when Hillary's talking or whatever, he's sitting there, he's like,
yo, still perfect.
And at first it didn't start. At first, it was funny, but it was just like, all right. And then as he got older, then it started to
remember,
become.
he was filming I think he was filming Independence Day during that time as well.
The same thing with the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
When the Wayans brothers first started, like the first 2 seasons of the Wayans brothers, I hated that season. And then as they got a little bit older and got. Now you know that's one of my favorite shows. Marlon and Pops, them two. Oh man.
Yeah. Nah, but Fresh Prince, I could watch that. Like,
no, that's a fact.
That show I could watch. Like, that cast is really good together.
Yeah, that cast was good together. R.I.P. Uncle Phil.
Do you think if Black and I'm asking just like the audience and everybody, like, do you think if Black on Viv was there, like throughout the whole?
I don't know.
I just think I guess the world will never know.
I don't know because the other light skin on Viv, she had her moments in that show. Like it wasn't like they replaced her. They replaced her, brought her in, and then it was just like, all right.
She gave me old.
She what?
She gave me old. Like she wasn't like on like the first like Black on Viv. Like she did that dance thing. Remember when they said she didn't have it? Like and her fits was on point.
Yeah, but then when they replaced on Viv. that Aunt Viv was more, in my opinion, she was more of a matriarch in the show. Like she really like held shit down.
She was the mom,
and she was like really the mom. Like she like what was her name? Janet, whatever.
Yeah,
dark skin Aunt Viv. She was really like she was like the cool mom. Like she was lit. And then it made sense though. If you really think about it, it made sense to have like young Will with her, and then as Will got older, be with her because she. And really
she also made Uncle Phil like that father figure though. Cause
light skin,
yeah.
Uncle Phil bossed up. He became the judge. Like,
it's crazy because you see old videos of Uncle Phil and he had the black hair, and then you'll see him like go like through the gray. Like a lot of these characters age. Like people don't give.
Uncle Phil. Bro.
Yeah, man.
Did you watch the reunion on HBO Max?
Yeah.
I cried. When they did that. That was mad sad. That was so sad.
But it was good to see. Like, I'm glad nobody's like strung out or anything like that. Like in Fresh Prince and stuff like that.
That shit, Hollywood, bro. We talk about it all the time. Hollywood is out here just breaking people's souls. It's not good. It's not good. If you're thinking about becoming an actor, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You seen that picture I posted up on my Instagram of Manuel and Hala from Crackhead Comedy? Mm-hmm. I told him, I put it. I was like, me and Leo when we move out to Hollywood and
sell out
and get drug habits.
Holla!
Yo, I think Crackhead Comedy, we spoke about it the other day. Crackhead Comedy is really one of the funniest pages, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you know about that, then you're like, yo, this is mad funny. Because somebody from like outside of New York, outside of the tri-state area or whatever, they won't understand it. Because that's some real New York crackhead shit. Mm-hmm. Like they really be out here. When they had Manuel, he was like, yo, Manuel, drive the boat, and he put the deuce in his mouth. Bro, you can't do that.
Manuel, look, it's Manuel.
You can't do that to regular crackheads. Yeah, I think you can only do that to like New York crackheads and like down south crackheads. Because down south crackheads be wildin' too. Like they be outside. Have you been watching like the crate challenge videos?
Yes.
Yo, did you see the one that they made the crackhead climb up to the top, the chick, and they kicked the crates?
Oh, no. Nah, that's
homie walked up to the crates. And he said, yo, you taking too long. And kicked them. Yo, she flew, bro. She flew.
Yo, I seen her.
Listen, if you're thinking about doing the crate challenge, don't do it. Okay?
Save yourself.
Please, save yourself. This crate challenge has already claimed 2 lives. That's terrible to think that people died doing this dumb shit.
Stop it. Yo, somebody said, what if you're on top of the crate and then it starts a shootout?
You stuck, bro. You stuck. You gotta jump. You have to jump. It's a wrap.
Yo, somebody took the picture of the girl. You know, the girl be like, oh, this year is my year. And she's walking up and she's walking on like the books. It's like, yo, everybody knows about this meme. And they'll say like walking over problems, drama, men, all of that. They put the crates right there. And it was like, yo, crate challenge. Like, yo, this crate challenge. When did that even like start?
It happened out of nowhere. It happened out of nowhere. I
would never do that challenge.
Yo, it's mad funny. Speaking of challenges, right? Remember how I told you my Uber driver over here was Chatty Patty?
Yeah.
He was talking about, and all of a sudden he brought up this thing. He was like, yeah, I started my own challenge. Blah, blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, like that's cool. He was like, yeah, challenge? It was it's called Catch a Selfie with a Buck challenge, right? So I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So he said that you have to when a deer is like by you, you gotta take a selfie with the deer behind you. But that's not easy to do because deers get scared, they get startled and they run over. And he was mad proud of this. And he was like, yeah, I started my own challenge. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. He was like, yeah, I got 2 pictures. I want to be like, I ain't never heard of it.
I ain't never heard of it,
so it's not that popping.
He said, catch a selfie, what a buck.
I was like, oh,
that's cool. What do you gain from that?
People just be. Marv was like, yo, there's a feature that you gotta want to be talked to on Uber.
Oh, for real? You just press the button?
You press the
You
thing.
press the button and things just go.
That's the thing though. Like, how do you do that and get in an Uber? Because now your Uber driver's gonna be like,
I'm just getting my money.
Stank ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a female, I understand. But if you're a dude, like, you out here like, yo, I don't want to be talked to. Like, yo, you sound like a woman, bro. Like,
if I ever become famous, right? I'm gonna get a driver just like Ghost Deshaun. He's like, all right, Sean, hurry up. All right, Sean, don't talk. I got a meeting in an hour. Like,
That's why-
I'm like, yo, Sean, kill him. Kill him.
You see what happened. You see what Sean did.
Yeah, I'm not getting a driver. Never mind.
Sean came through with sliding the Wang Yang.
Word, Sean Kingston.
Sean drove through them cheeks.
Yeah.
Yo, I miss power, man. Like
too.
that power.
The Kanan, the Racing Kanan is good though.
Is it? I heard. I
Yeah, it's
haven't
really
watched
good.
it
It's
yet.
really good. Like, it's solid because like people from Power, like their names are starting to be like brought up and stuff like that. But remember, it's like a prequel. Like that joint is not even.
Did you watch the Tariq one?
Yeah. Ghost. Yeah. I watched. I
I
liked
started
it.
watching it. Whatever.
The character development with Tyreek. Remember, we used to hate Tyreek, dog. Like,
I still hate Tariq.
Like, but that it shows like his character development is pretty good.
Do you think Ghost is dead?
Nah, he gonna pull out in the wheelchair like
really
Professor
don't think
X.
he's dead?
He gonna pull out in the wheelchair like Professor X.
You don't think he's dead?
I don't think he's dead.
I don't understand how people don't think he's dead.
He fell from.
He fell from high up. He got shot in his chest.
But yo, but keep this in
Bro,
mind.
he got shot like right here. He's
Keep in
dead.
mind, people say that, right? But Ghost said fight regular. Ghost was like a secret agent. Like he was being
he's
you
dead,
guys.
bro.
Like, what if Ghost come in a wheelchair? They say it's a big breakdown.
Yo, remember when they changed the
Trey
theme song
Songz
to
for
Trey Songz?
he said they say it's a. We was like, yeah, petition.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yo, what happened to Trey Songz, man?
I told you what Drake said. And
Man,
I
yo,
promise.
there's so many people out here that I just be like,
I
you know what
promise.
song? You know what song I heard the other day that I posted on my story? I Won't Tell. Fat Joe and Jay Holiday.
Ooh.
Baby, I won't tell. Remember, yo,
That's a whoa. That's a
throwback.
and I'm thinking to put all the pieces together. Damn, that's a good song. What about Pride and Joy with Kanye, Roscoe Dash, Fat Joe?
Don't know what song you're talking about.
For real? I'm
That's
gonna
it.
play. It was a really good Fat Joe song.
You said Roscoe Dash and you lost me.
The way time.
Yo, there was an era where that was like the most popping music that you can make.
Bird, I think I was like that. Kids had whatever we were on, like as kids, like DJ turn me up.
To think about it, we was really out here listening to. I wasn't listening to that shit, like,
Wow.
because it was just like I can't do it.
Yo, but you see, since we speaking about music, Kanye and Drake, we got a Kendrick feature.
I didn't hear it.
So is Baby Keem his
I
cousin?
know. Yeah, I know.
So
I know who it is.
Song
and
is
everything.
family.
Isn't
ties?
Baby Keem? Baby Keem is the dude that sings that Orange Soda
Yes,
song.
yes. And yo, Kendrick. Oh man, the video shot so well.
I gotta listen to it.
Like,
the
it's
only reason
really
why I
good.
didn't listen to it was because like, yo, Kendrick came and took the throne after.
Yeah, they be OD.
Shut.
But he ate that
Shut
song
up.
up. He ate that
Did he?
song up.
I'm
Yeah,
listening to it.
he went.
Whatever.
He said we smoking on your top 5 tonight. Top 5 rapper. I said instead of that he's smoking that Pookie pack.
That Pookie pack. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And I
This
have to do this for Old Ass Killer. Michael Jordan, you bald bastards.
yeah, I'm still waiting on my stuff. On my
Yo,
care
yeah,
package.
dropped some like Pharrell.
Yeah.
I was like,
Fire, right? Yo, he caught a little come up the other day, so he's dropping something else soon.
word?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for my care package. But I'm gonna sit here and wait. Or you're gonna keep getting your shout outs every week.
Yeah.
Until we get our care packages. If not,
You know,
we're gonna have to have a long talk.
long talk.
There it is.
Long talk.
Episode 12.
Episode 12.
It's a wrap. You gotta go. I got stuff to do in the house. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. Donda.
Donda.
Donda. Donda.